Kiki Ninja, vanish! Alright, what is up my friends? Welcome to another Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. It's a pretty exciting video for me to do. You're watching this on Monday, of course, but this weekend, of course a few days ago, I played in the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Set Championship. Essentially just an online pro tour. I know the nomenclature's changed a lot over the last few years, but essentially a pro tour, first prize 20k, biggest event that Wizards runs. And the formats were Alchemy and Historic. And of course, like I said, there's a lead time to these videos, so I haven't played the event yet, but it's Monday for you. Maybe I won the tournament, maybe I came in dead last, who knows? But today I wanted to play the deck I'm playing in the Alchemy portion of the tournament, and honestly the more exciting of the two portions. I know Alchemy's gotten a little bit of a bad rap here and there, mostly due to the economy and arena being really, really bad. But it's still a really fun, exciting format. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on in the format, and of course Alchemy, for those who don't know, is basically standard plus a subset of digital-only cards released on Arena. And these cards are use the digital-only mechanics that you can't use in paper. So, for example, a Connoisseur will take the card with the highest mana cost in their hand, but doesn't reveal their hand, things like that. So, this is a deck based on the deck that I used to qualify, a Rakdos mid-range deck, but it's quite different. It has a lot of new Kamigawa cards in it, a duo of cards, a Goblin and a Ninja we're going to get to. Big thanks to the team I work with for this. I don't know if the team actually has a name or not, but Andrea Mangucci put together an open testing team for the tournament, and this is a deck that a number of players on the team were working on, I helped to work on, and ended up registering along with a few of them. So what we have here is a mid-range Ninja Goblin deck. What is that? We have got 4 copies of Kaito Shizuki, new Ninja Planeswalker, really good card. Really good mid-range card. The meta for a Planeswalker, it vanishes out for a turn when you cast it, so it's protected. It can draw cards whenever you attack with a creature. It can make a ninja. It can loot. Just phenomenally good mid-range card for a deck that's looking to kind of stack and get on the board. Really, really good card. Control deck struggle to deal with it. Very, very good. The other really exciting card here is Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which is a new saga. And this thing is the Kiki flip saga. So make a token is pretty good. Chapter 2 is just a little hand fixing. Chapter 3, it turns into Reflection of Kiki, which allows you to copy your own non-legendary creatures. And this ability is awesome. Very, very powerful effect to have access to. And works very well with the best card in our deck, Citystalker Connoisseur. The mana for, or 4 mana for a 3/3 Death Touch. When it ETBs, you basically Thoughtseize their most expensive card out of their hand and make a blood token. So with Kiki, Reflections of Kiki in play, and Citystalker Connoisseur in play, you can get into a spot where you draw step lock them by making a copy of Connoisseur every draw step. And if they don't draw an instant they can cast, they can't draw a spell for the rest of the game, which is super awesome. So that's very powerful. And of course, Kiki is also very good with Town-Razer Tyrant, which is a great thing to copy. Also very good with Bloodtithe Harvester, which is already a good card. You get to copy it, make a blood, and then sack the copy and immediately kill some things. So you have kind of like this creature block with Harvester, and then this card draw lock, or discard lock with the Connoisseur. And a lot of kill spells here, you know, Abrade, Power Word, Kill, Flame Blast Bolt, Voltage Surge. Rahilda here, an aggressive 2-drop that can help draw cards. And definitely a different deck than my old Rakdos deck. That was more of like a 2-for-1 grindy, kind of like Jundi deck. This is more of an engine deck. This deck wants to get one of its main engines online, whether it's Rahilda, whether it's a Planeswalker, whether it's Kiki, kind of kill stuff, you know, trade resources a little bit, get an engine online, and ride to victory. So, deck's super cool, and just very exciting deck. Very, very fun. 2 awesome new cards. And sweet. Sideboard's got some blue cards in it. Some big ones here if you counter spells to control matchups. Big one here is Annul. We expect the Runes deck to be very, very popular. So annulling a Showdown of Skulls is very good. You can also annul Meathook Massacre, Sanguine, Brushstroke. A lot of cool cards to annul, which is great. Duress, Scavenger, and Meathook Massacre, a little life gain for like kind of like the tokeny matchups, which is pretty important. Mind Flayer, an awesome card against White Weenie and against the Runes deck as well. And a little more life gain here with Sorin. So, deck's super cool. I'm pumped to play it. And, well, hopefully I did well in the tournament. I don't know, actually. So, we're going to find out. But we'll play some games right now. But first, quick word from our sponsor at CoolStuffInc.com.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
All right, let's jump in. First match. Get some Ninja Kiki Jiki action going. And they're about, I think it's like 4 players on my team who are playing this deck. All of our versions are a little bit different, but deck's super cool. We're going to mulligan this little 1-lander here, no problem. Mulligan into a 2-lander, it's pretty decent. We're going to keep this, and we're going to ship a Connoisseur. Just want to keep our 3s. Need to draw land, obviously, but we can get there. Of course, Fable token can make some treasures, which is pretty cool. Planes go, sure. Alright, we keep a land. Awesome. So, common sequence with this deck with these slow lands. Play slow land tapped on 1, different land on 2, and then slow lands untapped rest of the game. Planes number 2. Go. Okay. We have a blue land. This can go onto black. And unfortunately, no 2-drop here, but got things to do. Planes number 3. Welcome Vampire. Sure. Alright, Hive a little late here, but that's fine. So Fable can't really attack into Welcoming Vampire, but I think getting Fable online is usually job number 1, just getting it flipped over as soon as possible. Trespasser's not doing much here. Kaito naked. Usually want to have a creature in play when you play Kaito so you can draw immediately. Just gonna Fable into Connoisseur here. We can use the Fable to discard some cards to kind of get our hand a little short up here. No kill spells at present. Like to draw one of those. You know, discard 2, draw 2 is not a particularly great effect, but when it's an extra ability on, you know, a 2/2 and then another 2/2 with a great ability, it's totally fine. And kind of a cool thing too is this deck is able to loot a lot between the Fable Mirror Breakers and the Blood tokens. So one of the problems that mid-range decks often have is drawing the wrong cards at the wrong time, so that can help kind of mitigate that problem. Welcoming Vampire and Righteous Valkyrie and Portal. Alright, so gonna need some kill spells here, but that's fine. We're gonna take 2, untap and draw, and then we're gonna loot some cards away. Rahilda. So we're gonna dump Rahilda and at least one of these lands. I want to cast Connoisseur, discard the Hive, I think. Try to draw some kill spells. We draw double Bloodtithe Harvester, which is pretty good with the Fable, obviously. So play this on red, just play Connoisseur. Get the biggest card out of their hand. It's going to be a Borrowed Time, sure. Plains number 5. Hopeful Initiate, draw cards. Vampire is kind of killing us right now. Starnheim Aspirant. Angels cost 2 less to play. Okay, that's a card. And aim for a bunch. Alright, so one bad thing, unfortunately, about Kiki Jiki is that it does not have haste. And she can't use it the first turn to play it, but still very good. We're going to kill this Welcoming Vampire for sure. Hopeful Initiate. Aspirant. Yeah, this is all kind of fine. I guess play Bloodtithe Harvester here too. Make some bloods. And again, Reflections plus Harvester is actually insane. So, I'm going to play this. I would say we're not going to attack. We're just going to... we can kill this. This triggers on ETB, so we can kill it when they cast their creatures. We're going to say go here. Big turn here. If Reflections lives, we're in amazing shape. If it doesn't, we're fine, but, you know, it's not nearly as good. Portable Hole again. Okay, so... this isn't actually that bad. They're going to hit the Harvester, but I have a second copy of Harvester in hand. And Kiki gives it haste, of course, so this is fun. They hit this. We have a Braid, actually. We can actually free the Harvester if we want to. This is pretty interesting. So we could just free Harvester instead of killing the Vampire. I only have 1 card left. I'm just going to kill the Vampire. Let's just steal 3 and get rid of this. If we have a second Harvester in our hand, we'd probably break this open, but it's fine. Take 2. Yeah, untap, draw land, and now we're off for the races. We get to play land, play Harvester. We're also at a spot now where we can start draw stepping the Connoisseur, because they only have 1 card in their hand. I think I'm actually more interested in doing that than I am copying Harvester just yet. We can take 2 off this thing. It's not a big deal. So... let's, we're going to attack, too. If they don't actually have both of these for this, I think it's fine. And then I can use the Harvester to kill the Valkyrie, so let's attack. Take 3. Set our draw step stop. And say, go. Maybe I should have played the Kaito here, actually. Because I'm not going to use this turn anyway. Yeah, I should play Kaito. That was wrong. Whatever, it's fine. now the lock is established, so they draw a card. In their draw step, we copy the Connoisseur. And now they're locked to mostly playing instants. Assuming this last card isn't very good. They draw Voice of the Blessed, sure. Also, now I have a Death Touch blocker available too. So they've got one card in hand. This must have been their draw for the turn because they would have played it. Which means their card in hand is probably a land. And again, this hits the highest CMC card every time. So take two. Sack that. Tap and draw land. We're going to attack again. Again, I don't mind trading. And I don't even mind losing the lock. Because now we have so much card draw and stuff. I think we're fine. So just going to attack like this. They might just block, try to break the lock. I'll kill both of these, then kill this, then play Planeswalker and a creature and be in insane shape. So just going to block with the one creature. Interesting. So play Kaito, draw a card. Draw the Harvester. Awesome. So now I'm just going to kill this. Kill this. Play land. Play Harvester. Set up our draw step stop again. Draw step. And the lock is achieved. Again, they can only play instants really now. Usually the spot where they scoop them up. They drew an instant. Alright, so Fateful Absence works. That destroys this. I'll still get my copy of the thingy. And now the problem is that we're so ahead on resources, I think we're just fine anyway. So still got the Connoisseur. Last card's a land probably. Yep, it was. So, but now we just have Planeswalker, Clue, 6 Bloods, Trespasser, etc. versus almost nothing. So we're in great shape. Alright, so that instant that goes away. Draw return, Trespasser. I think I want to keep my Harvester safe just to kill the first big thing they play. So we're just going to jam with the Connoisseur. Draw a card off Kaito. Probably play both Trespassers. Start eating the graveyard and killing our opponent and doing stuff. Draw another Kaito. Sure. Play Trespasser. Eat a creature. Play Trespasser. Eat a creature. Give me that one. Give me this one. And just say go. Pretty far ahead here. Pretty far ahead. Give us some Knight. Attack for 1,000,000. I mean, they're pretty much dead at this point. Eat 2 things. Eat 2 things. I creature my graveyard. I do actually, but whatever. Game's pretty over. I don't think it matters. So, attack for a bunch. They chump block. Now we just draw cards and move on to game number 2 here. Draw. Sure. Draw.
What do we have here?
Sure. There you go. A little Graveyard Glut in action. Trespasser is a great card in the deck. Just a super solid card. Does a lot of things really, really well. Sure. So, like a life-gainy like Angels deck. I'm not really sure what they're totally up to, but we're going to bring in our... let's see. Look at these Duresses. I think I want... I got the Town-Razer Tyrants. Town-Razer's like not very good in this deck. It's a very good card, but it's a card that my teammates all didn't play. And I just wanted like one big flying thing. It's obviously amazing to copy with Kiki. You can block other Town-Razers. Just like a super solid card. But not like really super in line with the deck's trying to do. You can bring like 2 Massacres in. Like the Soul Transfer is kind of a cool removal spell. Just going to be setting up Planeswalker and grinding. We can shave like Rahilda on the draw. I like leaving in Rahilda though. Rahilda's really good. Scavengers are kind of whatever. Mind Flayer seems pretty good. They had some kill spells though, so I'm not sure if I want to lean too hard on that. On a third Meathook maybe. But things are like reasonably big. A couple 4 toughness creatures and stuff. I'm bringing the Flayers. I'm gonna cut the Sorin. I'm gonna draw it too. And then, do I want this third Rahilda? Rahilda's obviously not great against creature decks. It's still kind of an important part of the deck, though. I'm going to bring in the third Massacre. Try this. Try this. Massacres aren't like incredible in this deck. They're honestly mostly for like the white aggro decks, and then also more importantly the sacrificey decks, where if they have one in play and you don't, the life drain really catches up. So it's nice to have access to that. While also killing all their 1/1s and stuff. We do have a lot of 1-for-1 removal, so things like Wedding Announcement or Ani Cult Amble can be a little annoying. So we're gonna keep this. This is fine. The loots will help us fix our hand. Run the draw. So Power Word Kill's great. Alright, so Faithful Disciple. When this card dies, draft the card from the spellbook. So that's a collection of 15 cards. We'll get a choice of 3 of them, and they pick one, which is kind of interesting. Pretty not a bad card, honestly. Drew a 2-drop, which is sweet. Get the whole Harvester going. Solid card. Just like good body. It's a removal spell. If it just trades, you get a blood off of it. Hits pretty hard. Doesn't have a vanishing verse. Just a solid card. Just a solid card. Now you can get our Fables going. And that is incredible for us. So, not really a great card. Fateful Absence just gives your opponent's card advantage. It's okay if you're using it in a deck that has like a really sick endgame, but if they play a Veteran, they play Disciple, sure. Connoisseur is great. They play a Fable. So you go. Next turn we can Connoisseur. Start setting up for the Kiki plus Connoisseur lock. If a kill spell, also we got some loots to do. We'll probably loot other Fable land, I think. Just looking for more kill spells. Voice of the Blessed. That's pretty annoying. We have a kill spell for it, so it's fine. Foretell a card. Okay. Sure. No blocks. Draw a Braid. We're going to discard Fable land, I think. Draw Meathook Massacre. Land. Alright, Meathook Massacre is pretty good here. We should get to attack a Meathook, so we're going to do that. They only have 2 cards left, so works for me. Attack. Whether they block or not, it's good for us. No block? Sure. Massacre for 3. So, kill all this stuff, they get to draft a card. We don't know what it is either, which is kind of annoying. But that's just how it works. So, they get to draft again one of these 15 cards. Procession, Crusade, Authority, Sigil, All That Glitters, Banishing Light, Visitation, Duelist Heritage, Double Strike, Anthem, Gauntlets of Light, Teleportation Circle, Angelic Gift, Spectral Steel, Cleric Class, or Angelic Exaltation. Kind of a weird mix of cards there. Pretty wide variety of things. So, they got one of them. We don't know what it is. I suppose we'll find out soon enough. A Blood, a Clue, a Massacre. Double Connoisseur. It was Cleric Class. So, whenever they gain a life, they gain that much life +1. And then they can also pump it up. And borrow time for Fable. Sure. Gonna hit the Massacre, actually. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, do that and play this. Get their last card. Looking pretty good here. Oh, they didn't have a card. That's their foretell card. It's so annoying. I wish it was more clear. It should have like an aura around it or something. Not clear they had no cards in hand there, but whatever. Is it Doomscar? It's Doom. Alright, yeah, I just totally forgot they had a card exile. Whatever, we're fine. Not really a big deal. Can flash back to their Veteran. Draw another Abrade. Alright, I don't really want to play Connoisseur here on an empty board, so we're going to pop our Clue. Draw another land. Alright. Got a Blood Away or removal spell here. We just have too many removal spells. Just want to draw a threat. So, Blood Away and Abrade. Another Massacre, sure. Very reactive hand here, but realistically we're not doing a ton here. I suppose the third chapter of Cleric class can return a creature, which is like a little annoying, but whatever, I guess. I'm not gonna kill this. We have the Meathook Massacre in our hand, so they're gonna. All right, so now we're gonna cast our Connoisseur. They have one card in their hand. Gonna find out real fast what that card is. Well, it's foretold. I just can't tell, which would be really annoying again, but doesn't look like it. So goodbye. Another absence. Sure, that's great. I mean, this is a great exchange for us. So we get another clue. Say go. Again, they can tap 5 and return a creature. Then I'll just Meathook Massacre. So Celestial Unicorn. It's also a fine Massacre, I guess. Take our 2 for 1. Oh, look, more Massacres. I think we have a few too many Massacres, honestly, but actually, let's do it for 2. So, access 2, goodbye board. Get a mana up to pop blood here. We're at 20. Mind Flayer is a good Pro Tour card. The kind of card where if you're not really prepared for it, it's very good against you, but if you are ready for it, it isn't that good. So, like, once the deck lists are locked in for one big tournament, it can be a pretty sneaky card. CoolStuffInc.com. Promo code Jim5, 5% off your order. Opponent is just seems to be playing cards I own, like white cards I own. They are in gold, so matchmaking in arena's been a little off lately. I'm in like reasonably high mythic, and look for some good Pro Tour test matches here. We'll see how the rest of our matches go today. This one's looking pretty locked up. Don't want to call it too early, but it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. And I think our deck is pretty good against creature decks, which is nice. A lot of talk of runes for the event. A lot of talk of anti-runes decks. White Weenie being a very good anti-rune deck. He has to play Archon of Emeria, which limits you to 1 spell a turn, which is good against runes, obviously. And then also gets to play a bunch of Brutal Cathars and Skyclave Apparitions, which are good as well. So, Righteous Valkyrie, sure. We're going to draw a Voltage Surge. You can just, like, steal this. I mean, suppose we can't power word kill it. We'll just steal it. Sure, whatever. Steal this. That's mine now. Do I have any Clerics or Angels in my deck? I don't think so, but Starnheim, Aspirant, sure. Another Mind Flayer. Jesus. We're really popping off here, yeah. Draw a card. Let's land. Just gonna Voltage Surge this. Attack for a bunch. Play land. Yada yada yada. I feel like maybe held a land for a blood, but I suppose Massacring for 4 is a thing you might want to have access to at some point. Play land. You can fire up their Cleric class, get back Voice of the Blessed. That'll make it a 3/3, which we can Abrade. Three damage there. Gain a life. If we can get to 27 life, we can turn on our Righteous Valkyrie. Untap and draw a Soul Transfer. We do have an Artifact and Enchantment in play. That's pretty good. Alright, just gonna say go. Nice one of. Kind of a clunky card, but a very powerful card. It's flexible, it exiles, kills planeswalkers. Absence the Mind Flayer. Sure. So, this will obviously get them back their thing, but it's fun. You need to investigate again, too, so. Just feels so good when you're playing a mid-range deck to get to clue off your own creature, which is great. So, draw a card. Gonna draw a land, sure. And Harvester, sure. We're gonna Soul Transfer. Exile this. Do both. Give me that. Give me his Mind Flayer back. Bloodtithe Harvester, say go. Blood this land away. It's looking pretty good, folks. It's looking pretty good. Starnam Aspirant, sure. Our land, sure. Okay, tap, draw another Harvester. Just attack, I guess. Play Harvester numero 2. Just get like blood here too, try to do like a Kaito or something. Probably should have blooded first. Whatever. We're just like really ahead this game, so I'm just trying to get it over with for the next match. Basically in garbage time here. Really far up on cards. Attack for 2. Bold strategy, Cotton. Bold strategy. We're gonna discard this Meathook Massacre. Don't need that one anymore. Alright, draw land. Give me a Mind Flayer. I'll take this. Guess we'll play around Doomscar a little bit. Are they almost dead? They're almost dead. Oh, they are dead, right? Yeah, they're dead. Alright, play this, and hop on over to our next match. So yeah, I mean, matchmaking's been a little weird lately, but it is what it is, you know? We'll take our W. 1 up. 1 up. Good big picture view of what the deck's all about. It's cool. Alright, round 2. On the play. Rahilda on the play. Couldn't ask for more. Keep. Now, a little awkward here, because we have our blue land is also a pathway. And I don't have red yet. So we kind of want to play Ridge tapped on 1, but we don't have the ability to surge. I think that gotta be 1-drops, I guess. So, just gonna play Ridge tapped on 1, I think, here. Other options to play. Yeah, there's no way to play hold up Surge and then Heroes. Otherwise, we'd be playing Lava Glide on red, and we lose that anyway. So, let Ridge taps, they go. There aren't that many 1-drops in the format, so. And Surge is cheap enough, you can cast it on turn 3 anyway. Pushes Rahilda through. Swamp go, sure. So we're in a pathway on black. Play Rahilda, and see if we can't ride the old Rahilda train here. Pretty powerful card. Whenever it deals damage, you get to basically seek a non-land card. Kind of like Robber the Rich, but it gets to kill stuff. Alright, so that's fun. You see, trade 1 for 1. And a bit of a pause here, a little weird. Fire up Rahilda number 2. And then, of course, they kill this one. I play Citystalker Connoisseur for a little 2 for 1 as well. They play Voldaren Epicure. Okay. Make a blood. Play Synthesizer. A little weird to cast that after Epicure, but sure. They reveal a Den of the Bugbear. And they've already played a land. So, a little, bit of a missequence for our opponent there, probably. But we're going to kill this and not allow a chump block. So we can get our Rahilda going. They got a Village Rites. Yeah, okay. Alright, Rahilda, go do your thing. Rahilda's very good in these matchups because they have a lot of cheap cards and they have a lot of life gainy cards, which are very important. I was going to get drained out. Rahilda's going to reveal Sanguine Brushstroke, which is pretty good. Now the question is, do I want to Connoisseur or do I want to Brushstroke? Now, whenever I attack with a wolf, I can cast this, but if it dies, I can't. But I think we're going to Connoisseur here, actually. There are more wolves in my deck as well. I think playing Connoisseur and just getting their best card in hand is just gonna be better. So a little more mana efficient too. We're gonna Connoisseur, and then if we draw land, we can go Power Word, kill everything, attack, play Brushstroke. So the most costly card in their hand is Dispute, which is very good. So a great thing to hit. They play land number 4. Unless they drew a card that costs more than 2, they have 2 mana cards or less. Again, playing a land before activating Synthesizer is not a good choice, so... Alright, sure. Hit a land, get aptly punished. What am I going to do? You know, what am I going to do? Alright, draw Flame Blast Bolt, gonna exile this. Just attack and trigger Rahilda, and... Now it's nighttime. It's got Double Strike. Not trying to book wins here for the Pro Tour, I swear. Alright, we hit a Voltage Surge. And then we're going to hit a Bloodtithe Harvester, which is great, but we're going to Brushstroke here. Right? Yeah, we have a kill spell in my hand anyway. We could... No, I should have Brushstroke. So get a blood, you get a blood artist. A little extra drain is kind of nice. We have cast 2 spells, so we'll flip the Rahilda back to day, but that's fine. You know, being on the backside is just kind of gravy on most front sides. Plenty good enough. They play land number 5. A Meathook Massacre here would be kind of gross. Sure. So they still take a bunch off of I guess they take an equal amount off the gain and then lose the life equally, so that's fine. Alright. I mean, pretty good. Just play Connoisseur. Get their last card, and now it's just they have actual nothing. And we have Connoisseur, a couple kill spells, and some bloods. So, can work our way from here. We're also at 22. We draw Voltage Surge, sack a blood, sure. Now they actually have nothing but a Massacre in play. We draw a land, we're going to blood it. And they take 1, we draw another land. I'm just going to blood it again, honestly. We're closer to a threat here. Let me draw another land. Alright, we're going to say go. We will end step blood this one. Leave a power word kill. Alright, so blood this land. Draw Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Draw Abrade. Alright, so just say go. Definitely drawing the removally half of the deck. There's Shambling Gas, sure. Abrade's important here because it kills the Ani Cult Anvil. Just an important card. Tap and draw Fable with a Mirror Breaker. Cool. Play Fable, say go. Get our Fable on here. Make a 2/2. Cover attacks, get a treasure. Next turn we can do some looting, which we maybe will want to do. They drew Dispute. Wow, that's pretty good. They drew Dispute into 1 drop. So draw some cards, get that ball rolling. Deadly Dispute, probably the best card in their deck. Play land number 6. You have 8 mana at present. It's a lot. It's a lot. They're going to abandon Mire, mill 3, and return a card in the graveyard. Future Planeswalker. Not a lot here to get, honestly. Just like an Epicure. So, I mean, better than nothing, but not exactly super exciting. Go 20. And we're going to untap. We're going to draw Connoisseur, 1 for 2. I'm going to discard 1 of these power word kills. We can even discard 2 of them, honestly. The spot removal isn't really that great against them. We kind of just want to draw our engine cards. We'll discard these. Discard 2 of these. Draw land. Removal spell. Okay. And we're going to attack with our Goblin. Make a treasure. They're going to block. They draw another copy of Dispute. Nope. Just going to block for a couple life. And now we're going to play Connoisseur. And Den of the Bugbear is interesting. We could just blood it. Because we already have 1 creature land. I think we're just going to blood it, actually. So, they discard another Massacre. Great. Just going to say go. Blood the Bugbear. Deal 1. We're close to lethal with the Hive anyway. They play Brushstroke. Good target for my Sanguine Brushstroke. I mean, my Multiple. Yeah, Brother's dead. It's trying to kill this. Exiles it to no triggers. Which is great. We untap, fire up the Bugbear. I guess this is only 8. They're not exactly dead yet. If I play the Bugbear last turn, they would be dead, but that's fine. Just gotta fire this up and attack. Put them to 1, exile. I don't think it actually matters. So get a treasure, put them to 1. And we'll play the Bugbear, I think, now. Because if they have a Meathook Massacre, they will gain 3, go to 4, and the Bugbear still kills them. So, there's Synthesizer. Revealing a Agadeem's Awakening. So, I want to leave creatures for my own copies of Graveyard Trespasser. But they have, like, 0 to 1 Awakenings. They just drew, so now they can Awakening back. Just a 1-drop, though. They don't have any 2-drops, so they're just dead anyway. So, we're good to go. Good to go. Opponent definitely could have played this game much tighter. They missed multiple cards off Synthesizer. It's not like a great matchup, honestly. because they kind of are often more able to drain you out before you're able to get things going. Drawing Planeswalkers is very important. We did not do that this game, but they didn't really do too much. So, all right, 1-0. And we're going to bring in our 2 Annuls, which are very good at countering Brushstroke and Massacre, our Scavengers, our Sorin, and our Meathook Massacres. We're going to cut a lot of the cheap removal. The Power Word kills and the Volt Surge are gone. Town-Razer is not really great here. It's okay, but not awesome. Our other cards that gain life, we don't need to be aggressive. We need to kind of just like make sure we don't die to the pings. We can usually kind of grind them out, but what happens is they end up like killing us with Meathook Massacre triggers and Anvil triggers and stuff like that. So we're gonna take out 2 Town-Razers. Duresses aren't great. They go empty-handed pretty quick. Little extra life gain here from our Nighthawk Scavengers. I think I am happy here. Yeah. I think Town-Razer is better than... Rahilda is an interesting one I'm going to draw, because they can block it pretty easily, but at the same time, it does force blocks a lot, which is good, and if it does hit, it's really, really good, so I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this. Mostly interested in staying alive. Just don't get burned out by too many little damage triggers here and there. Hand's good. Keep this. We got Harvester into Scavenger into Sorin or Connoisseur curve, which is pretty good. Duress me. Alright. They do hit, but honestly, I don't mind that exchange at all. I really don't. I feel like that's the least important card in my hand. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's better than the Scavenger is, but we're still curving out pretty good here. And they lose a resource also, which is great. Duress me again. Swing and a miss. Alright, and we're going to play this Pathway on black. Get our curve going. And at any point they're not getting their engine going, I'm pretty happy. Sure. So, couple 1-for-1s. We draw Fable. I'm more interested in getting Fable going than I am going Scavenger. Scavenger is more of like a later game card. Want to play this, you know, on turn maybe 5 or 6 once we've traded a lot of resources off. So hopefully it lives. And again, it gains the life to keep me alive, which is important. So we're going to discard 2 pathways here. And draw. Yeah, it's a pretty good draw for us. They've done red. And I hope my games go this well at the Pro Tour. Jeez. Our opponents have not drawn well and have not played super tight either. We're actually going to Trespasser here, I think. Because I want to kill them quickly and... There's actually no graveyard stuff. Yeah, just Connoisseur. I'm just gonna Connoisseur. Play this on red. Just Connoisseur, yeah. Make him discard something big. Harvester, sure. Yeah, so obviously a little mana screwed over here. Oh, they drew red. They're in the game. They're in the game now. Shock my goblin, sure. Alright. Well, we're working on setting up our Connoisseur pseudo lock. Not really a lock right now because they have more cards in hand, but and then we're just gonna put Trespasser, I think, with the bolt up. They can't massacre for this much toughness yet, so next round the best I can do massacre wise is for 2. We get in for a whole bunch of damage, so if they had 4 lands in play, I probably wouldn't have played this. Because it makes the matchup kind of awkward is having to play around Massacre in that respect. So, bolt that, sure, but just kind of doing the thing here, honestly. Alright, attack. And we're going to eat one of my creatures. 13, down to 7, and now I'm just going to pass the night. So they can't, I guess they don't even have land anyway. I mean, they're just pretty dead, honestly. I don't think they could possibly do here. I'm just going to play Scavenger just like, like, they're just pretty dead. They can't massacre. Play tap land, sure. Sure. Alright, well, yeah, once again, I hope my Pro Tour matches go this well. 2-0. 2-0. All right, we have a high mythic opponent. We did it, folks. We did it. On the draw, let's go. Keep. Hand's great. Little Haunted Ridge into Hive Harvester. Couple kill spells, couple connoisseurs. Kind of a mirror-ish kind of match. See here, Bugbear, sure. All right, let's rock and roll. Pretty good hand for a mirror. Double Citystalker Connoisseur, probably the best card. They were on the play though, so they can play their Citystalker Connoisseur first, which is pretty devastating, honestly. A real play draw card. On the play, you play theirs, yours, and take theirs. It's pretty gross, but oh, you got a mirror here, folks. You got a mirror. So Fable's pretty good. We draw Rahilda. Rahilda might put us in a spot where we can make them deal with this. We can cast our Connoisseur first. Let's play this. We're just gonna bolt Rahilda attack. Token gives mana advantage too, so this will force a reaction on Rahilda, which will allow us to play Connoisseur and hopefully get their Connoisseur. No discards at all. Damn, that's greedy. Alright. Brushstroke, Artist, and Kill Spell on Rahilda. It's a pretty good draw. Pretty good draw, but now Connoisseur gets to work, which is good. Draw a Abrade also, so he's gonna attack. Play this on blue. Connoisseur, get that last good card out of the hand, hopefully. There we go. Easy game. They flip Saga, so we're going to have to deal with this thing before it's unsummoning sick. We have kill spells in our hand, though. They have their own Connoisseur. Jeez. So many Connoisseurs. Alright. Well, now I get to kill their stuff. We have Hive of the Eye Tyrant also, which is pretty sweet. It's probably just double Abrade, kill both of these attack. Honestly. They have a Den of the Bugbear, which is kind of annoying. I could ship off my Harvester to kill something and do it that way. And keep one of the Abrades in my hand, because this Den of the Bugbear is pretty annoying. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. And then we're in the kind of like a bit of a null game state, though, where they just have a Brushstroke in play and some Bloods, and I have a Blood Artist, too. Yeah, I'm gonna use this. So I'm gonna kill this. Fortunately, they're going to hit some Blood Artist triggers left and right. Here's what I say about life game being really important. We're going to 3 damage to the reflections. They're going to get a full Lightning Helix's worth of value out of this. Kill that, kill this, kill that. It's a lot of life gain. And I'm going to hold this Abrade. We're not going to kill the Blood Artist yet. I want to hold the Abrade for the Den of the Bugbear. So, an Annul, jeez. That's their engine. Now I gotta Abrade the Anvil. Alright. So trigger. See how our life total is starting to drop here. Oh my god, you stop playing stuff? Jeez. 4 lands, all gas. This is bad. This is bad. Gonna kill the Anvil. But now we're like, they just have so many more resources. 4 lands, all spells, tons of good resources. We draw a Connoisseur, no cards in hand. Tilt. Just got to attack and play Connoisseur, I guess. I think it's better than a random card. So they're going to block and trade. All trade divisions. Blood Artist. Play Connoisseur and say go. Even a land's bad for us, so they should probably fire up the old Bugbear. And then we probably like have to trade, honestly. Just can't let them keep Bugbearing every turn. Even just blocking the token, taking 3, the token drains. They're gonna start blooding though. Alright. So now we're seeing this chip shot damage really come into effect here. Discard a Agadeem's Awakening. Draw another Brushstroke. Oh god. Just getting death by 1,000 stings here. Good draw. Trespasser actually, pretty good draw. We're still in pretty big trouble though. We're gonna attack. Play Trespasser. Start working on the graveyard and gain some life, which is good. We're gonna eat a Harvester. They don't draw a spell, we flip it over to a 4/4 and gain more life, which is great. So Big reason why this card's in the deck is for this exact purpose, just gonna gain life. They draw a Connoisseur, which is pretty good. Now we can't attack with Trespasser. That must we're gonna trade, which is pretty bad for us. Oh man. I think it's just Harvester go. This is where Meathook Massacre is really important out of the board too. Being able to kill these things to gain some life. We've got Fable. Alright. So our deck is mostly just our deck, but they have the brushstrokes and that kind of engine in place of the Kaitos. Alright. Let's start by blooding. See what turns up. Let's continue blooding, I guess. Voltage Surge. Okay. This could be worse, I guess. We're at 12. Alright, we're gonna kill the Connoisseur. Fire up an attack, see if they go for the double block. But again, these Blood Artist triggers are just murdering us. I think I might actually be dead. Because it's 2 for each creature and 2 for each blood. We're just actually just dead. Yeah, we just can't do anything. It sucks, but yeah, we're just actually dead. We attack and gain 1, they block. We take 2, 4, 6, 8. And they attack, we have to block. We're just dead. I could, yes, maybe I screwed up. I should have killed the Blood Artist with the Voltage Surge. Yeah, I screwed up. I just played bad. I just didn't really think about how much damage we were actually facing down here. So I kind of punted. We're going to just attack with the Trespasser. We're going to eat a creature, gain a life. They'll probably double block, and we'll kill one of the Blood Artists. Because it doesn't make sense for us to have this, because we would have guessed it earlier anyway before you took 2 damage for no reason. So kill that. We take 3 of this exchange, and we're still just dead. We're still just dead, yeah. Guess I could not kill one of the creatures and stay alive. No, I'm still dead. No, we're just gonna see you go next game. All right, tough game, tough game. Pretty good hand for them. All gas, 4 lands, all spells. And again, I don't think our game 1 is great against them. So we're gonna bring in. Now they're not like the full Anvil deck because they're playing the bigger mid-range stuff too. So I'm gonna bring my Annuls. Bring in my Scavengers, my Soul Transfer, my Sorin, and my Meathooks. Cut the Town-Razer. Cut the Voltage Surges. I think I just cut the Power Word Kills. And on the draw, I think Rahilda comes out, but on the play, it's still good. I don't want Soul Transfer, actually. It's weird because like they're like halfway between the Anvil deck and a mirror. So I'm not exactly sure how to sideboard, honestly. Oh, Duresses are bad because of Duresses. Alright, so don't want Soul Transfer over any of these cards. It is better with Massacres in your deck. I think I like Soul Transfer. Transfer's gonna come in. We're on the play. It's funny because Connoisseur's weird. Because usually I board out Connoisseurs against the Anvil deck, but they're like a halfway in between deck. I'm on the play also. Maybe just 2 Massacres. Nah, it's gotta be 3. You just have to have 1 in play. So we just don't take all this drain damage. I'm gonna cut a Connoisseur. Let's try this. Let's try this. Weird. I've really seen a deck like this where it's like, usually it's their mid-range deck or the Anvil deck. This deck is really right in the middle. I can only assume my opponent's playing in the Pro Tour as well, so sure, hand's fine. Fable will help clean up our hand a little bit, so there's your Bloodtithe Harvester. Gonna get killed by a Voltage Surge here. Maybe yes, maybe no. Looking like a yes. Pretty big Fable here. If they have a Duress or something like that, we lose this. We're in big doo-doo because we have all of lands, so only have lands indeed. Jeez. All right, we're going to play Ridge, play Fable. Big Goblins, they go. They play land. Their own Fable? Sure. So some big draws here. Oh my god. Discard all of these pathways. Draw another Fable and a Massacre. That's pretty good, actually. So we jam, offer trade, which I assume they'll take. No, they're not going to take it. Wow. Alright, then we're going to play a blue land. And play, I guess Annul its Fable, too. It's pretty cool. Fable again. And just say go. See what they discard. Discarding 2 lands, sure. They're gonna hit a Kaito Connoisseur for us here. I will block. And we have another Fable, sure. Just a only Fable mirror, only Fable match, only Fables. We're gonna blood. And we're gonna loot some more. Nighthawk Scavenger, sure. Discard 2 lands again. Just gotta keep the gas going. We draw Kaito and Flameblast Bolt. Pretty good. Pretty good. Nix that. And now you get our Kaito going. Kaito's a big factor here. Very big factor. Play Kaito, draw a card.
Get in, get out.
And ship it.
Now this is a juicy.
Now we're in good shape. Reflections is live and active, must be dealt with. Start land again, sure. Pretty common theme. All right, only Fables. Only Fables. And we are going to, kill Reflection and probably get things going here. We untap. We get to untap with our Reflection. Now we actually have 2 Reflections. And pretty cool. They can copy each other to make a bunch of end step Reflections. We'll see. We'll probably see that happen here. So I don't think I want to go any wider than this into possible Massacre. So we're gonna attack with Goblin Shaman. We're going to Abrade Reflection. Let's attack and draw first. So make an attack. I assume they're gonna block with the token, probably. No. All right. No blocks. Draw off Kaito. Land is fun.
I know something.
Play land. We're gonna Abrade the Reflection. Sure, that's fine. It's not ideal, but fine. And then we're gonna say go here. We're gonna say go. So we untap. It's like a little awkward if you like want to block this thing too, but I might just give it to him honestly. Start 14. Making a copy of Reflection is not too bad. Discard 1 card. Let's see what they do here. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna make a copy. See if this works or not. Right, they make treasure. We're gonna block. Then we're gonna make another copy. And then I'm gonna trade. Yeah, 4 cards in hand. Bunch of mana. Massacre for 2. Sure. So, not gonna copy here, obviously. So, Massacre comes down, kills some stuff. We still have our own Massacre, our own Fable, Kaito, bunch of mana. Connoisseur. Pretty good. I think that Fable's more important than Scavenger here. Discard that. 18, 16. Untap and draw. Can, like, fire in an attack here and just draw. I'm going to Massacre their board next turn, so I don't really want to cast this because then they could Connoisseur it, so yeah, we're just going to Hive. Guarantee our draw off Kaito. Exile a non-creature, I guess. Deal 3. Draw.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
Just say go. So they can spend their turn firing up the Bugbear to kill my Kaito, which is fine, I think. It's got enough value. Okay, has a Massacre next turn anyway, so not going to finish off Kaito here. Just going to attack it for 3. Interesting.
You're good,
Brush stroke. Cool.
but I'm better.
Makes our Massacre even better. Oh my god. They're just playing right into our Massacre. Playing right into our hook here. Alright. Untap. Draw land. We're going to Meathook for 3. And we're going to we actually fire up the den and then draw also. We're going to lose Kaito no matter what here to the Bugbear. But we want to use all our treasures. We can meet up for 3, play land. We can use all 3 treasures to fire up the Hive to get it for 3 and then draw a card off Kaito. And then they have to commit the Bugbear to kill it next turn. Nah, I'm going to hold on. I'm just going to loot, I think. That was a good draw. That was a good draw. So, Massacre on 3. Now I have Bolt and Annul up. So now we're in a great spot. They fire up the Bugbear because they will lose to the Flamebust Bolt badly, which is great. And we have Annul covering a new Brushstroke, a new Fable, or a Massacre. I say they've already casted 10,000 Fables, but alright, so go. Got him. No attacks. They could have a dispute here. I don't want to give him a free token, so. Gonna pop a blood here. Get to untap with Kaito, safe and secure. Feels great. Life total is high enough where I'm not like worried about just getting mushed by damage, so 2 cards left in hand. Kaito's big. Kaito's big game. Connoisseur, not too shabby. Alright, we're gonna attack and actually I can't annul then. So I really want to draw off Kaito, obviously. If I make a ninja, I can just like threaten to block, I guess. I have 2 cards in hand. Oh, I got a Connoisseur here. I can also Mirror Breaker too. Play Connoisseur. It's gonna go super wide, I think. Massacre. It's funny, we actually almost want them to cast that with Annul, but play Fable and just make a token with the Kaito. They go to attack my Kaito. I can block the Hive. Annul counters their next Massacre.
I got someone on the inside.
And our board's pretty good otherwise. Onical Anvil. Good enough for me. I'll take it. Good old Annul. I'm going to kill my Planeswalker, but I have tons of crap in play now, so draw Soul Transfer, and I have both, which is great. Discard 0. We're just firing up and attacking here. This is great. Gonna eat a non-creature for so our thingy's better. Make a treasure. Say go. Yeah, we're way ahead now. way ahead. It's a sorcery, but we can return Kaito and kill a creature. Anvil's not a bad draw. But again, we have our own Meathook Massacre in play, so all these pings here and there won't hopefully matter too much for us. Draw land. Flip Saga. Kind of loot here to start. Probably fire up creature land, but land, sure. Fire it up. Get it for a whole bunch. Maybe I should be hitting creatures here. I kind of want to leave him in there for my own Trespasser, but there's a bunch in my graveyard too. And if they draw the one of like spell land returns spells, it could be a thing. But I was gonna say go, and it's basically meet over bust here. If they draw it, it's not great for us, but we still have our soul transfer for kick and a thing. Sphere of Annihilation. EDB's X counters on it. Beginning of your upkeep, exile this. All creatures and planeswalkers have mana value. Also, any number of void counters on it, and all creatures and planeswalkers. There's dead, so it doesn't actually matter, right? Like, yeah, cool. All right, sweet. That could have been a token to block, honestly, and then maybe had a chance to win that game, but sure. I had a removal spell anyway, so. All right, so Sphere of Annihilation is kind of an interesting one. Definitely a Pro Tour deck list. Definitely a Pro Tour deck list. Yeah, gonna go into game 3 here. We are on the draw now. So I'm a little less interested in Rahilda, but at the same time, I just want to keep my spells cheap, I think. I don't think Town-Razer is particularly great against them. Because they're like, they have Voltage Surge to kill it, so I think I'm happy with this. I think that, like, cutting Rahilda's is, like, reasonable. And, like, maybe we want the Voltage Surges because they actually are playing a lot of things to kill. Like, killing a Kiki or a Goblin token feels pretty bad, but, like, probably it's just necessary to keep up with the card. Like, cut the 3 Rahildas. Once you cut the Rahilda, though, then the Kaito's also a little worse, too. And Kaito's, like, pretty important. We're on the draw now, too, so trading 1 for 1 with Surges isn't that bad. I'm going to cut a Rahilda for a Surge. And I might even cut another Connoisseur. They go empty-handed pretty quick. Maybe not. The card's just good. This is fine. Let's just do this. Not exactly sure. So again, against the real low to the ground Anvil decks, I cut like multiple Connoisseurs, but they have their own stuff happening too, so ooh, that's a pretty bad hand. I think it's too we can't mulligan this hand, but it's pretty rough. I'm gonna keep it though. Very slow and clunky on the draw, but alright, that worked out. So now I have a thing to do on turn 2, which is really important. Red slow too. Great. That's really good for us. Alright, so make black, make Harvester. Probably dies here, but whatever. We have Fable. Cool. Great too. Alright. Play their own Harvester. And nothing. Okay, well. We're just going to take our exchange here and start playing stuff. Keep this board clear. And play things they gotta deal with. They basically just lost the play because they missed that land drop, and now I think we're off to the races because our engine cards are all coming online, so yeah, this is going to be pretty good for us. This is going to be pretty good. So the big thing about our deck is a lot of our cards snowball really hard, and if you get the ball rolling, they're hard to stop, and we're going to see that right now. We're going to discard this. This is probably a Sorin turn. It's probably just Sorin plus. It could be another Fable and a Harvester, but that's bad against Meathook Massacre, so Sorin helps to diversify our threats a little. If we play Sorin, it's probably going up. I don't actually think we're going to start land here. Sorin can draw lands too, so, and then this thing can cast it. Perfect. So, sack, treasure. Play this, hit Sorin. Just gonna plus, play on Meathook Massacre. Just got a draw engine going here. Take 3, sure. And we'll say go.
Blood for knowledge, a fair trade.
A little light on removal right now, but That's okay. Very threat dense hand. Playing Anvil, sure. They have a brushstroke here, it's a little awkward. Alright, so they're gonna get their engine going. And their engine will kill me, but can work towards having that not be a thing. Want to draw Annul really, really bad. Connoisseur is not bad either. I do want to make life gain stuff, honestly, so we don't just get like burned out. But I don't want to walk into a Massacre, which is a problem. Like I'll make a lifelinker up this, but like then there's Massacre on my board. It sucks. I think we're gonna plus again and play Connoisseur. Yeah. All right. Annul me. No, still good. Still good. All right. We're going to
Dire times call for dire
attack.
tactics.
Play land. Play Connoisseur. Say go. If they Meathook us, it's pretty good for them, but it kills their own Blood Artist, and then I get to make a lifelinker next turn. Discard a Lawith. Wow, that was a great Citystalker Connoisseur. Alright, and we're going to say go. Our hand's obviously juiced full of spells, so a real important thing here is just, like, not to die. Like, a second brushstroke here would be pretty awkward. Wow. Look at them. They also have a soul transfer tech. So they're going to exile my Planeswalker and the thing. That's really, really good. That was a really, really good turn for them. Get their Lawless back. Alright. We got a game here, folks. We're going to blood away probably a Fable, I think. We need to draw our own Massacre, or our own Massacre would be insane right now, obviously, so we have 3 of them. We have to take a look for them. Now we have Kiki plus Connoisseur, which is pretty interesting. They're like, let us have this. Discard a Fable. Draw land. Untap. Draw Flame Dust Bolt. That's not bad either. Are they gonna let me copy this Connoisseur? They gotta have a Voltage Surge here to kill it in response. It's the only thing that makes sense to me, honestly. But if they do, we'll kill the Blood Artist in response. Just play our own Sorin and kind of just go with that and keep grinding. Yeah, I think they have Voltage Surge, but we're gonna go for it because our follow-up's still pretty good regardless. So copy this. Wow, it works. Holy crap. Alright. That's awesome for us. Here comes the big swing. They're going to make some blocks, and we're going to Flame Dust Bolt this Blood Artist and be in pretty good shape. And then we're also just casting Sorin again, too, so we're in the spot where we aren't playing that hard into Massacre. So we just keep playing Planeswalkers, which is great, so it's funny. Kaito's more of the all-star Planeswalkers matchup, but Sorin's been alright. Mostly because they missed the land drops. They kind of fell behind on tempo, but I mean, deal a bunch. Play Pathway on black. Play Sorin. Plus.
I bring order
Sure.
to this broken world. My ways are
And
not for the weak.
it says 6 power right now. Copying with Kiki's pretty insane also, so I think we're in really good shape right now. A Massacre over 3 would be annoying, but we get to follow up with Scavenger, lifelink thing. They have their own Fable, sure. And Annul's really good against them. And then Brushstroke. Okay. So we have some life gain work to do. We have some life gain work to do, but we have the tools. We have the tools. Attack me. That's smart. That's smart. Forget about Sorin, right? Alright, so Scavenger's currently 6. To attack and gain 6, and play Trespasser also. Question is there enough life gain here to survive, basically? I don't know. I don't know. Because a Massacre would be pretty gross. Definitely gotta cast Scavenger and attack with it, with a copy, with a Kiki copy. And if they have a Massacre, it's going to be really, really ugly, but it might just die, honestly, but I don't know if you can really play around that, so... Maybe get a Null, you know? Look at this. Copy it. Attack them with a lot of things. I think everything. We have 2 good blockers already, so... We're gonna actually have 3 blockers too, so for sure. Things die. Meathook Massacre. That makes us not that a Massacre, right? Because now they can't kill their own stuff. Gain 6, take 2, take 3. Now we're at 11. 2, 3, 4. I think we're like okay here. Let's make a lifelinker. Play Trespasser. This makes Massacre so bad though if we play Trespasser too. We're at 11. So 10, 9, 8. Like 7. We could also blood twice for a null. Play this. Blood for a null. It's not bad. I'm gonna play this. Alright. Say go. You can lose live with that too, sure. So we have... I should eat my own graveyard. That was stupid. I made my thing worse. Discard Connoisseur Harvester. Alright, so they're drawn off the top here. And then we have redraws at a null if they spike the Massacre. They're gonna blood again, sure. Start a land. Trigger a bunch of crap. We're at 9. Super big Scavenger. Duress me. Alright. So is their last card Massacre? They can't even do it. They only have a Massacre for 2. So I think that's it. The fact that Reflection got to live for a few turns here is pretty gross. Happy they have Soul Transfer too. It makes me feel validated about us having Soul Transfer. Card's sweet. It's a little better in their deck because they have Brushstroke and Anvil also, but... Alright, yeah, I mean, this just looks good for us. March my Scavenger. Annoying, but we can still copy the Lifelinker or even Trespasser. Alright, we got a game still. We got a game. I feel like we have a lot of draws that make it not a game anymore, but we haven't drawn them yet, so... We can also just draw step the Connoisseur, which turns off a decent amount of their outs too, I guess. Makes a blocker. We gain 3 by attacking here. Play another Trespasser is 4. Again, not dying is a pretty big concern. Yeah, I think I also draw step Connoisseur at this point. I don't think I'm like super scared of dying, so... Just attack with everything. We're gonna make a blocker and have another blocker too, so... Attack with this. Eat Harvester. This blocks sack drain. But they don't replace their token now, so they're out of artifacts. Right, make a token. Make a Harvester.
I bring my own army.
They have one creature in their graveyard. I'm going to leave that there. And then we're going to Blightstep Connoisseur, which hits almost everything in their deck, so they can't even play a spell, most likely. I guess Dispute would be the worst case scenario, but... yeah, I'm just going to go all in. I'm just going to play this. Let them draw. Copy Connoisseur. Discard the card. Land, alright, I think that's it. They flip Kiki, but we have way too much stuff in play. Now we have the copy Harvester engine online too, so... sweet. Alright, I'm glad we beat our Pro Tour level opponent, because if I played against two, seemingly not Pro Tour level opponents, then lost to the Pro Tour opponent, I felt pretty bad about myself. So, a nice 3-0 here. Pretty exciting match there. It was a very high quality match. Good play on both sides. Hopefully our play was good. But, their deck was quite good. Very, very likely Pro Tour matchup from that one. And sweet. I mean, I like our deck a lot. I'm not entirely convinced it's, like, perfectly tuned. There only is finite time when you're prepping for a big event, and this is kind of where I just ended up. I'm not sure if these scavengers are super great. They're pretty good there, honestly, though. I'm not totally sure all the numbers. Not totally sure on Town-Razer Tyrant either, but I figured that by playing Tyrant, if I'm making a mistake, at least it's an aggressive mistake. It's like still a very powerful card. It'd be a worse mistake to put in a card that's like kind of weird and slow and niche and like has the potential to be really, really bad if I draw it, whereas Tyrant will always be at least fine. Worst case scenario. So deck sweet. So once again, hopefully I did well in this event. Hopefully you watched me win the whole Pro Tour. That'd be really, really cool. If I came in dead last, that happens too as well. I'm just happy to be playing another pro level event. At this stage of my career, I'm more of a consecrator than a pro player anyway, as far as like, or I don't say pro player, but competitive player. I definitely spend a lot of my week just making more content, when if I was 10 years ago, I would have spent the whole week just practicing nonstop and doing nothing else. But and much happier where I am right now in a very nice let's just see what happens and hope the chips fall where they may. So, thanks for watching. Again, I'm Jim Davis for CoolStuffInc.com. You should like, comment, subscribe on the Cool Stuff YouTube channel. Check CoolStuffInc.com proper for free content every weekday from myself and others. I do a video article Monday, written article Friday. Check those out. And, of course, shop on CoolStuffInc.com. All your game needs and more. CoolStuffInc.com. Promo code Jim5, 5% off your order. CoolStuffInc.com. All right, I'm excited. It's so weird. Past Jim doesn't know how future Jim did, so hopefully I did well. Thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate it.